I'm disappointed. I'm actually very happy now being here in England, fighting on Sky Sports. I've got this big, massive domestic fight coming up that probably would never have happened if I had stayed in the States. And from that, where there are, some big fights to be had in 2022. So, everything happens for a reason. We're on track. And yeah, these next few years are going to be massive, I believe.
As you say, I imagine you're still pushing for the Jamal Charlo fight as well, but also I know you've mentioned Gennady Golovkin. It's a fight you really want. I think it's a brilliant stylistic matchup for you, but we mustn't, of course, overlook Liam Williams. There's an element of him feeling grudge towards you. He says he doesn't like you. We've seen you together at the press conference. The fight's been delayed twice. It makes it bigger. Styles make fights, and this has excited us because we know that Williams is a dog. He loves to fight, and he probably only knows one way to do it, and he'll probably want to draw you into a dog fight. I imagine you're not overlooking him, and you have to take this fight very seriously because he's a strong contender. Tell me about your feelings about him as a person, and also the fight that we're going to witness next Saturday night.
As a person, it's no secret. I don't respect him. I don't like him. He is the type of fighter that I believe gives the sport a bad name. And people like him need to be pushed out of the sport. And that's my plan on February 5th. I want to get him out of the sport of boxing. Anyone who can talk the way he talks and, and online, you got kids looking at us as fighters, and they copy us, so when you've got a guy talking about someone's family and, saying the things that he says, kids will look at that and be like, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do when I get into the, when I start fighting. It's bad. It's bad for the sport. So yeah, on the night, it's going to be very spiteful on my part. And yeah, he's got a very, like you said, doggish fight style that lends itself perfectly to me. I can box, I can fight, I can punch. I can approach this fight in any way I see fit. It's just gonna, I'm gonna feel him out for a round or so, and then I'll decide on which way I want to take him out. It's gonna be a domination, complete and utter domination, I believe, on my part. I've trained very hard for this fight. The setbacks have been an issue, but, we both had to deal with them. So, it's fair game. And yeah, I can't wait.
Obviously, you're going up into Liam Williams territory, up to Cardiff. It's going to be kind of the Lion's Den, going into the Lion's Den in lots of ways, because he will have the majority of the support in there on the night, given that it's a Welsh crowd. Are you having to keep yourself in check in the build-up next week, being around each other, that things perhaps don't boil over, because it could easily ignite at the press conference, at the weigh-in, all those things?
No, it won't ignite. If it was going to ignite, it would have ignited. It would have ignited when I was sitting across from him at the
London Bridge at the press conference. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, at the press conference, but also when it was just me, him, and Johnny Nelson in a room together, no one else, and you could see he didn't want to be there. I buried the guy for half an hour. You guys will see next week when it comes out. All talk, a true keyboard warrior. That's what he is. And yeah, he's dug himself a hole that he's not going to be able to climb out of. He's going to try hard, but it's my job to go in there, smother him and take him out of there.
So you're predicting a stoppage victory for yourself, yeah?
I think so, yeah. He's not one of these guys that runs. He's not elusive. I don't see any great defense. So I don't see how the fight can last 12 rounds. Yeah, he doesn't have an amazing chin either. He's been put down before. So I don't see any way that he can win the fight. He's not going to outbox me. He's not going to outfight me. I don't think he has the power to knock me out. But this is the great thing about boxing, is that, you know, fighters can be so sure. We can say all these things leading up to a fight, and then, you know, once we're in that ring, one punch can just change everything, and you never know when it's going to come. You know, they say fighters can, you know, they age overnight, or they get old overnight. Is that the saying?
You can age overnight, exactly. Yeah.
Age overnight.
Get old overnight. Get old overnight. Yeah.
So you know, I'm 32 now. Who knows? Maybe I've gotten old overnight. Maybe I'm going to go into the ring and I'm going to be chinny, and if he lands something, I'm going to get hurt. Nobody knows. You know, we'll find out in a week's time.